Hi guys, welcome to my channel. What? So weird saying that. I am going to warn you now, I say a lot. I can't help it. I've never done anything like this before. I am a very basic white girl, so I will probably say literally a lot as well. I'm sorry. My voice sounds terrible at the moment. I'm sick with something. So just bear with me with that. So my most popular thing that was suggested whenever I went to Facebook and Instagram about what kind of videos you guys wanted, my most basic thing other than my brows was just my everyday normal routine. So I'm actually getting ready to go to work now, so figured I'd just go ahead and post a video about that. My getting ready for work is very basic. Most of the time it's done in the car. I have like several looks that I call my half face, my full face, and then a full face all out. So my work everyday basic makeup is just a half face. I don't do my eyes, I don't do dramatic eyeliner, I don't do my waterline. I basically just do my face, so I call it a half face. And it takes me like less than 10 minutes. And like I said, most of the time I do it in the car. So I've already washed my face, primed it, moisturized it and primed it. I'm using this currently. This is my favorite primer. I flip back and forth all the time, but this is the Pore Primer by, or the Pore Professional by Benefit. I have really, a combination skin, but I have really bad like T-zone and right in here oils, so this is really good for that. It kind of finishes like a matte. So I've already put that on my face. I've already done my brows. That's the first thing I always do before I put anything on my face because it like sets my face. But I will do a whole video on that another time. So I guess I'll just get started. Right now I'm using my foundation. This is a liquid foundation. It's Too Faced Born This Way, and I'm in color vanilla. I'm really white. So I just pump like 2 little drops on my hand. I use a beauty blender to put on my stuff, and I just wet this with water, and it makes it very like bouncy, and it applies foundation really good. So I just dot this all over my face. I have really bad redness and acne. My hormones are always out of whack, so my acne is terrible. I have a lot of redness, and my undertone itself is red. It's not even pink, it's red. So this foundation is very good for that stuff. And I will warn you guys now, like what works for me might not work for you. This is just what I use. It's just weird, awkward silence. It's like gone. Like I literally just used 2 drops. And then I do my ears. There's like little tips that I'm just gonna toss in there that I do, and it's probably really weird, but it's just stuff I've picked up from other makeup artists. Well, I'm not a makeup artist, but it's just stuff I've picked up from other people who do makeup, and YouTube channels and whatnot. Alright, so that's my face. I have to like look in the real mirror to make sure I got everything. But that's all I do for my foundation. Then I gotta get it around my nose ring. Okay, so that's what I do for that. That's my liquid foundation. I set my face with a powder foundation. Not a translucent powder. I just like a full coverage foundation look. That's me. I like cake. I like a cakey look. It's just me. So, I'm using the Pure. I used to use It Cosmetics, but I found this one. So this is Pure 4-in-1 Pressed Mineral Foundation, and this is in the color Light. So I just swirl it in there. And it just basically just sets my foundation, but it has that powdered finish to it. Alright, so for concealer, you guys probably think I'm weird that I haven't put my concealer on yet. Again, this is just what I do. This concealer has been my ride or die for at least 5 years. It is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. I've probably had this tube for a year, but it is so good. It's in the color Light. I'm almost out of it. So this is the only concealer for the under eye that I have found that applies great over my foundation. Like, a lot of people usually put it on under their foundation, but I put it over that powder. So this is the only one that I have found that works over powdered foundation after I have set my face. And you guys are gonna think I'm really weird. Like, oh god. Just wait till you see how I set this concealer. So as I put that under my eyes, and then I have some left over, so I do here, here, and here. And I'm gonna go back with my beauty blender and blend this in, and whatever's left on my finger, I just put on the tip of the beauty blender. So I just blend that in. Like that. And I bring it all the way out to my hairline. I mean, it's just something that I picked up doing because when I contour my face and I have all of my eyeshadow on, that crisp line right there, if you bring it out, it just helps with that. But I'm not doing that because that's a full face. That's a full face all out. I'm not doing that right now. So I've put that concealer on basically like the high points of my face, my nose, you know, the parts that are naturally being hit by light. And then whatever's left on it, I do go ahead and go over my eyelid with it. And then down the bridge of my nose. Okay, so that's not really blended that well. It's really hard to do this. Okay. Next, I set and bake my concealer. And you're like, what the F is that? Jaclyn Hill taught me how to set and bake my concealer, and she is just awesome. So setting and baking your concealer is actually like what drag queens do. Their face makeup does not move, and everybody asks me, how does your makeup not move at work? I bake my concealer, and I also use a setting spray. So this is my powder that I use. It's RCMA, no colored translucent powder, and it looks like this. So I'll usually just tap some in there. This is a like it's a beauty blender. It's by Real Techniques, but it's the big foundation one, and I use this side of it and I dip it in here like so. And I take a shit ton of powder, and I'm gonna set it under my eyes. And actually this is baking right now. This is baking. Crazy. I know. It was the weirdest thing until I actually like did my research on it. So this is baking your concealer. It looks crazy right now, but you are actually going to let it sit. So this beauty blender is wet, and it has something to do, there's some type of chemical reaction, I don't know the technical terms for it, but the warmth of your face and this being wet, when it sets for a few minutes, it just like locks in there. So right now we're baking. It's gonna sit there for just a few minutes. There's a difference between baking and setting. Oh no, I look crazy right now, but I don't even care. So I don't leave the house like this, obviously, but you just gotta let it sit for a few minutes. And then I do my nose, and here, and here. And whatever's like left in there after that, I'll just swipe it through real quick, and then I'll do my lids. So we're gonna let that sit. I'm gonna let that bake. Get stuff all over my shirt. I'm gonna let that bake for a few more minutes, and while that's baking, I do my cheeks. So this is the palette I've been using recently. This is by The Balm. It's Girls Getaway Trio, and it has bronzer and blush in it. It's like my favorite. It's very long wearing, but this is it. I use the Balm Springs for my blush, and then I kind of mix these two together, the two bronzers together. I don't contour, like legit contour when I go to work, because why? So I'm going to use these two here. I did not grab all my stuff before I got here. Okay, so there's something else. Like, I'm all about multi-use products. So I also put this in my eyes, like in my crease for work. So I'm gonna go in with this one and this one, and I just pretty much just swirl them together, and then I just hit like my cheekbones with it, but not like super hard, just a little bit. And this is the Luxie large angled brush. It's a really nice angle. And my concealer is still baking. Okay. Then I'm going to go in with this again, and this is for my eyeshadow. This is the Morphe M441, and I do the exact same thing, and I'm just hitting that inner crease right there. Like, I'm not doing nothing dramatic. I just, you know, like a very natural looking thing. And if you remember, I put my concealer and my baking powder on my eyelids, so that serves as my lid base. That's literally all I do. And then I'm going to go in with the Balm Springs in Full Swing for my blush. And I just go around what I already did. And that's pretty much it for that. Next I am going to blend out my baking powder, and I use this brush to do it. It's a very flat buffing brush. I think this is at Eco Tools or Real Techniques, and so I go in like this, and I'm just like swiping down, and then I'm gonna blend out everything. And that's pretty much it. And then I go ahead and set my face with my setting spray, and this is what I use. It is called All Nighter from Urban Decay. Oh, just kidding, I didn't put my highlighter on. I don't really do this much, but I have been doing it a lot recently, and I used to do it a lot, so I feel like I need to put that back in there. This is the Mary Lou Manizer Luminizer highlighter from Balm also. It's really pretty. You can actually like see my indentation in there from what I use, but I just take this and highlight right here in my brow. And then I'll just swipe it in the corner of my eye. And then same highlighter. This is the Real Techniques setting brush, and I just hit that top of my cheekbone right there. And then where I already put the concealer. Bam, done. That's it. And then spray it. And then I go in with mascara because I didn't want my mascara to go down. Right now I'm using Superhero by It Cosmetics, and I am not going to put this on right now because everybody knows what mascara looks like, and I'm not going to do that weird mouth opening thing that I do. So that's it. That's my everyday get ready for work face. Or my half face, as I like to call it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I don't know, do you guys like, people say like subscribe to my channel, follow, share, I don't know. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you.